Morning. Morning. Everyone.
Good morning.
Yeah, all right. I'm happy to be here. I will talk about what we're doing in the digital transformation and how we're helping companies. An example of a digital disruption. I thought we rehearsed. Okay. Next slide. Yeah. All right. So the world is indeed changing. We have been hearing about disruption and transformation. In fact, we call this world a VUCA world: volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. So the world has been transforming. In fact, a lot of new technologies, new business models are transforming how we work, how we play, and how we live. Different industries are being transformed and disrupted, from banking to retail. And all of these technologies like blockchain, artificial intelligence are changing how companies operate and serve customers. And this is because of the fourth industrial revolution. Now what this is, it's a melding of various technologies. Technologies that were developed just recently, from blockchain to augmented reality to artificial intelligence to even big data analytics. So it's all this interplay of various technologies that affect and disrupt how companies operate and serve their customers. Now, go back. Now a bit on blockchain. Blockchain is an uso technology right now. In the banking community, almost all banks are now playing around with blockchain. Soon we will have services that are based on blockchain. So many of these technologies are present now, like Internet of Things. Before it was just a hype, but now it's a reality. We're seeing a lot of sensors in industrial and manufacturing sectors which use Internet of Things to monitor operations. And this brings us to the concept of digital transformation. Now there's been a lot of discussion and debate on the meaning of digital transformation. One meaning of this is that a company needs to transform big time, 100% into a digital company. But digital transformation is actually simple. So this is the best definition I can give you. It is the acceleration of business activities, processes, and business models aligned with the strategy and taking advantage of these technologies. Now the framework, the simplest framework I can show you, students of La Salle and future leaders of this country, is a framework from Kiwi. Digital transformation is actually innovation. Innovation in different parts of the organization. An organization will have three components: operations, product or service, customer engagement, and employees and people. Now, digital transformation is all about understanding your capability, the capabilities you want to build in your organization, from cost efficiency to coming up with new products and services and increasing productivity. So the next step in the digital transformation process is understanding the capabilities you want to build. Now, once that's done, then it's time to implement the technologies we need. So this is a method that I've been using with several companies now. And companies are now reaping the benefits of digitizing and making their operations digital. Now, according to IDC study commissioned by Microsoft, there's a lot of benefits of digital transformation to the Philippine economy. In the future, the 40% of of the GDP will be served by digital products, and in the future, the GDP will increase, and digital transformation will account for 0.4%. Now, leaders also in leaders in digital transformation will reap double the benefits compared to those who are not adopting digital transformation. And there's also benefits for employees and the workforce. We will experience high productivity rates. There will be an increase in freelancing and independent work because of digital transformation. Examples I can give, if you want to know examples of digitally transformed companies, are these companies. Well, Globe Telecom, it took them 8 years to transform. It's transformation is a journey. It starts with, again, making this part of your strategy and then implementing innovation in many parts of your organization. So Globe now is the most digital company we have in the Philippines. Now, interestingly, Union Bank is the fastest to digitize. In fact, in less than 2 years, they were able to transform their operations and customer engagement in just a few years. In fact, 2 years. So these companies are examples we can look at when we want to repeat the success of digital transformation in an organization. But in any transformation, there are barriers. The biggest barrier is culture and people. A lot of the companies and technologists do not totally realize the impact of culture and people. Now we move to the concept of cultural transformation. This is the twin of digital transformation because this involves changing the hearts, the minds, and behavior of employees. Changing culture is critical in the success of digital transformation because ultimately it's going to be people who will implement and execute any transformation or innovation in an organization. And in our consulting work, we're using these components in transforming culture. There has to be a top-down mandate from the CEO. Culture emanates from the leaders of the organization. An example is how Globe transformed, how they are consuming cloud nowadays. 3 years ago, the CEO of Globe, Ernest Kuhn, gave a mandate. We will only buy cloud. We will not buy any servers. So all departments have to go through the approval process of securing computing and storage services through the cloud because the CEO wanted to make sure that cloud is adopted throughout the culture of the organization. Another example is Union Bank. Union Bank, the CEO and President of Union Bank mentioned in one interview that Union Bank is a software company that happens to be a bank. Now this strong message sent chills across the organization to the point that transformation culture has been fast. Go back. Now, other components of culture transformation include training and enablement, corporate communications or employee communications, and rewards and recognition, things that we learned in MBA. But in fact, as simple as they look in the framework, those are difficult to implement. The most difficult is sustaining activities. We think that people will change behavior by training. Training only accounts for 10% of change of their behavior. What's critical are the sustaining activities after the training. The behavior does not change overnight. It has to be developed into a habit. And so there's a two-polar polarity of digital transformation with culture transformation. So what I saw personally was the gap between digital and culture transformation. Technologists, the likes of Oracle's, IBM's, Microsoft, they talk about technology, they talk about transformation in the context of technology. Now, on the other hand, HR departments and OD departments in companies do not understand technology. And I've seen this. It's difficult for technologies to understand behavior, and it's difficult for HR practitioners and behaviorists to understand technology. So there was an obvious gap. And the manifestation of this gap is how companies are adopting new ways of working through technology. In one situation, when I was still working as an executive in a software company, we sold like 1,000 licenses, and only 100 licenses are being used by the organization. And at one point, I sent my technical folks to train the employees. We saw an improvement in the usage, but after a while, it dropped. Another training was conducted, and after a while, the usage again dropped. This made me realize that technologists and technology companies do not understand how to change the behavior of organization members. On the other hand, culture behaviorists and HR practitioners, they just relent to the knowledge and expertise of technology companies. So it's important for both technologists and behaviorists to understand each other to make sure that transformation happens successfully. And if we look at the state of digital transformation in the Philippines, these results will support the arguments I was raising. Now, a study conducted by Microsoft last year is showing the state of digital transformation. In the Philippines, 43% of companies have a digital transformation strategy in place, but majority of them are not yet in that stage or is thinking of digital transformation. Compare that to the rest of Asia, like Singapore, Hong Kong, Malaysia, Thailand. As usual, we are behind. We are behind those countries. And if we look at the barriers, why digital transformation is so difficult to execute in the Philippines, the number one barrier is that we lack leadership in organizations to understand, plan, and implement. Another is that we lack skilled employees to implement digital transformation. And third is that we lack a board. The board composition of companies in the Philippines do not understand transformation and technology, right? These are all behavioral in nature. And interestingly, these are common in Philippines but absent in the rest of Asia. So again, us being an odd man out, culture is a big barrier in digital transformation in organizations. If we look at the priority areas of CEOs in Philippines, the number one naturally is customer engagement, followed by employees and operations and product. Now, customer engagement in the Philippines is a natural choice because CEOs want to increase revenue and increase profit. And investing in customer engagement will do that. But surprisingly, CEOs and companies invest also in people. The technologies that CEOs prioritize include artificial intelligence. Now, and in the Philippines, artificial intelligence in its simplest form, we see them in companies using chatbots. Now, chatbot is the most basic AI form. And a lot of companies now are adopting and using AI chatbots to improve customer service, especially when you're in the service industry. The rest of the technologies are, wearables, analytics, and so on. And because of these gaps that we see in the market, this is why I set up my organization. So my company, Hungry Workhorse, we are a consulting firm. Think of us as a small IBM. A small IBM, affordable to Filipino companies, but we understand technology and culture and behavior. That's the gap that we're fulfilling in the market. And the theme of this conference is business model in the digital age, in the digital economy. So my company's business model is essentially helping organizations with their strategic planning, with their processes, with their customer engagement, and then we recommend technologies. So it's becoming a trusted advisor amongst companies without the price tag of a McKinsey or an expensive consulting firm. Now I'll give you case studies of what we did in organizations in the Philippines. One example is a direct selling company. This company in the Philippines has been beset with issues such as declining market share and not reaching the segment of the millennials. So this is because this company has been in the country for several years. Culture and practices are well ingrained. So what we did was incorporate digital transformation in their strategic planning. For those students of Strata and strategic planning here, digital transformation is part of a strategic thinking. It is a strategic activity. It is not relegated to IT or operations. It is owned by the CEO. So we identified new customer segments, and then eventually we set up an e-commerce platform for them, and we're now changing their business model, supplementing direct selling with e-commerce fulfillment. Next is a small company, as an SMB, based in Las Piñas. Queensland is a small catering firm. Now you probably will ask, how do you transform an SME? Now this company, they have a small workforce. The workforce act multiple roles, like they take calls, they take messages from FB, they answer inquiries from Facebook Messenger, and they also bake and pack. So imagine the time they waste in their key activity like baking and packing, and instead wasting their time entertaining messages from Facebook. So what we did was implement an inexpensive locally developed chatbot. So this chatbot now replaced the human interaction in Facebook. So by connecting frequently asked questions and enriching those information, and then making that intelligent for customers inquiring through the chatbot, the company is able to increase their interaction with customers. So a lot of emails come and orders are fulfilled in a queue system. So So this solution, this simple solution, has transformed big time a small company like a catering firm in Las Piñas. Now, this is the last slide, but just one point I want to highlight. Now, I've been doing digital transformation consulting with several firms and speaking to a lot of companies, big, small, and medium-sized companies. What's interesting in Philippines is we have the biggest barrier really is culture. Many of the businesses here are owned by first-generation owners, the patriarchs. The patriarchs usually resist technology because they will reason to you that they grew the business without using any technology or transforming. Why will they change now? That is the biggest barrier. And it is aligned with findings of Microsoft. The board member and leadership in many organizations in the Philippines lack the digital thinking, planning, and execution of any transformation. So that's, thank you for listening, and I hope you learned a thing or two.